Yeah, I've heard of this guy, right? Some time ago, a friend told me his story. He drives a Lexus and he does Grab.
Huh?
You know why?
Why?
And you know what house he live in? He's not rich. It's just his dream to own a Lexus. And so he saved up, he accumulated, and he bought a Lexus, and he drive Grab. And okay, the good thing that made it happen for him is his family, his wife, supports him and thinks that that's a good decision. You happy, you do lah. Is he feeding his children? He is. Now, yes, some would say you should have things smarter. Maybe don't buy that Lexus. You can send your children to overseas and so on. Now, I'll put it up there. Is he starving his kids? No, right? He has his own decision of whatever he want to do. And his responsibility to educate his kids. If you think this is the way, it's his kids. Who are you to say that as a parent, he should actually send his kids to overseas? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not from overseas. I went through the whole local program. Not my mom got money other way. It's just we were forced to. So it doesn't make them lesser educated. Because ultimately, the education is also not measured by the degree that they have or what level of education. So who are you to judge him? Maybe he's even more happy than you because you're so damn stressed with your life, right?
And then maybe he's happy and then he can bring more home. He brings more dad at home with the children. Right? More husband at home, rather than a bitter person.
That's right. So who are you to judge, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Which is so important. I think we have to stop listening to other people's judgment, right? And just trying to, like you say, why you do this, why you do that, right? You got to know your purpose internally, right? In your compass. So what made you comfortable with okay, I can delay my gratification because you know your purpose. You say, okay, my goal is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's why you're unfazed. Okay, I could have got it, but no, I want this, right? And then your friends say, hey, right? You say, well, this is what I want, right? So I notice people who have very good money relationship, they also are very sure about their purpose. They're very sure about what they want to do, what they want to create, right? They have their own lane, right? They stay in their lane, right? I think that's what I got when I speak to people who are fundamentally good with money. They're good with money not because they're good with money. They're good with money because they have a purpose.
You know yourself quite well what you enjoy and what you don't. What do you want to achieve?
Yes. And being okay with that, And the worst thing I know Gary Vee talks about is trying to keep up the Joneses, right? Trying to seek people's approval. I should be looking like this if I'm this kind of person, I need to drive a certain car because I'm this kind of person, right? That's the worst. I think the attachment, I say romantic towards money, right? And I think romantic towards physical things also can become that, right?
Yes.
A lot of people listening, they're thinking, money is hard to make. So what's your opinion on this? Is money hard to make?
To say that it is easy to make is not true as well. But is it really difficult and unapproachable? No. Again, I bring it back all the way to barter days, right? Money is actually just an exchange of value. The question that you have to ask is not how to make money, is what value do I have that people are willing to do an exchange with me, right? Like cars, right? Think about it. The car is valuable, that's why.
It's worth a certain money,
you're describing the sound of the engine and everything all. It's all part of the whole story that the car has built, the whole community that they built, the whole narration, the beauty, the aesthetics, the sound, the media investment as well, right? They definitely invested.
Association.
Like in the past, they talked about the sound, and that's why it stayed as a classic sound, right? So, my point is that don't think about making money. The more you think about making money, the harder it is to make money. That's when you start seeing people take the shortcuts, where either they do things that scams lah or whatever. That's when it comes, right? Because all you're thinking is how to make money, right? So in that manner, money is easy to make lah, honestly. And I think you know that also, you've seen people, right?
So you say the focus is not about whether money is hard or difficult or easy to make, but it's the focus, because I think what you're trying to say also is that's not so important as what value can I give?
That's right.
And that's a more important question to ask.
That's right. Once you have the value, money will come. It's a byproduct.
So how about people who say that, hey, Peter, I got no value. How? I don't know. Okay, I'm just putting on a black hat. Some people may be saying well, I got no value. How?
Okay, so people like that, usually, number one, I will ask them to think about it seriously. Do you have value? I think you probably too underestimate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I do agree. There are some people who actually have put aside their own value so much that they've forgotten their value. Right. So you got to go deep and dig. The easiest place is actually, right, do an exercise tomorrow. I consider a normal average human, not someone suffering from different kind of things. I consider a normal average human. Just go out, talk to 10 of your closest friends, right? Ask them, if today you will pay me money to do something, what will it be? If they're dudes, they'll probably start with some funny joke, right?
Then you get serious.
Yeah, then it gets serious. What do you think is likely something that if you need to ask for help from, what do you think about? Like, what do you think I can contribute?
Solid.
Right?
Yeah.
So probably like for you, right? Your friends will probably be like, if I talk about car, I'll call Thomas,
what car
right?
to buy, right? Which
right?
tire to use?
See? Right. So that's where you came in, right?
Yeah.
And different people that you know, I think when you look at anyone who's successful, you don't start by remembering they're rich. You remember by one thing that they kind of did. And they usually start off with like, that's the thing that people call them for. Like, for example, I know a friend. You call him whenever you want to know whether someone is trusted or not. Because he knows a lot of people. So then the question is that when you have that value, what do you build? And recently what he did is, he became someone who kind of helps businesses to connect when they want to sell. So when you want to sell your business, he comes in as the person because he's like the top sign that say that this
Speed up the whole process.
he knows that you are quite trusted and he will give both sides a very fair. He will ask you to make sure that you audit each other. So that end up becoming like that. Like for me, people think about me when they need to learn about something, right?
Correct.
So, and that's where, and I happen to be quite okay with the money side because of my years of experience. Then people needed to know about money, they asked me. So I end up building a channel that talks about this, right? Don't think that tomorrow when you walk out and then to find what you're good at, honestly, don't think it's a one-day thing. I think that's right.
Yeah. I think it's important. Yeah,
it takes a while,
especially in the world of instant gratification.
You need to take some time and explore, and then ask the friends around you and explore new things as well, because you never know.
Yeah. And of course, once you find out what your friends tell you, you got to hone that, right? You got to keep sharpening it, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And I'm sure everyone who is good at something, they never stop sharpening it. They always keep improving it.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So
I'm sure that there are haters who will say this one thing. I love sleeping. What can I do with it? Okay, those people, right? I will just tell you one thing, Yeah, if you're gonna tell me that, right? Then it's okay, Good luck to you.
Hey, if you love sleeping, maybe you can be an expert in choosing the right bed.
That's right. Yeah. Whether
I mean, if I love sleeping, bed is a good business, man. Jeez. I mean, it's competitive.
They're sleep expert,
Yeah, they're sleep experts. Yeah.
But they didn't become a sleep expert by sleeping, That's the point,
That's the point.
You still need to hone that skill,
Yeah.
So
I'm so skillful. I can sleep deeper than you. Okay, try it, bro.
Then you build all the statistics to prove it. Then okay, can, right? That makes sense,
But you're right. No, it's important to. I think there's a very, very practical way to understand your value. By just asking 10 people around there and say, well, if you were to call me something, what would that be, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Super solid. Thanks for that, man. And I want to move on to another topic though. Now this can be also another topic for people. Some people watching this video, or maybe they have no friends who are in this situation. They're crunched. They're crunched with their money, right? Means that the expenses and income is a bit tight. What do you think they need to focus on if this person is listening right now? Now, what if I'm really tight my finances? I'm struggling. Do I focus on earning or focus on saving?
So there's two kind of people in this situation. The kind who need to save and the kind who need to earn. So what do I mean? If
so you find out who you are first.
Yes.
Right?
So if you are the kind that memang actually you got the money, it's just that because you got a problem with the way you spend, then you deal with the way you spend. And yes, it can be embarrassing. Why am I not driving a BM right now? Because I sold my BM Simple as that Because I really had no money at the point. It's gonna drag down my finances. Spoke to my wife, sold it. That's all. Right? Yeah. Is it embarrassing? Actually, honestly, now I think back, actually no one even care whether is it embarrassing or not. My friends it didn't even cross my friend's mind. Yeah. It's just you yourself feeling it. So if you are the saving kind, deal with your ego. deal with your bloody ego. That's all. Yeah, and that's probably the best investment that you can make at this very point in time. Hey, now,
solid.
The second thing is, for the saving side, there's only that much you can do. So there are people who really, the only way is actually to earn more. Yeah, and usually it's a combination of both, right?
But which one more than the other? We have to find out
just
first.
which one more than the other, right? Yeah, so you deal with the number one first, right? And those who need to earn more, the thing is this, just do whatever you need to earn more. Whether is it driving Grab, whether is it doing a part-time sweeping floor, But good thing is that these days, honestly, you want to sweep floor, so you probably don't have the opportunity lah.
Yeah.
Chances are you will be either doing MLM ke, sell insurance ke, unit trust ke, or maybe sell property ke, or either help people do some social media stuff ke, or whatever part-time that you can think about, right? Put yourself out there and then help people with some stuff. Whether it's how I invent, and easiest, drive Grab, right? That's part and parcel of it.
Start there first, right?
Just do. I've known a guy, this is a really interesting story also. Today he's a multi-millionaire. He failed a music business, and then he decided that he need to learn coding so that he thought like, okay, maybe by doing coding I get to go somewhere, right? So he was driving Grab, and every time when he go KLIA waiting for clients, he learned coding in the car.
Wow.
Today he owns an international coding company that builds things for financial firms.
Shit.
He's a multi-millionaire.
Wow.
In USD multi-million.
Wow.
Not Malaysian multi-million.
Solid. Yeah.
So you do what you need. Simple as that. Right? So was it embarrassing for him at the time? Yes, it was. Because he was the owner of a business and it failed. So he just had to drive Grab. So you do what you need lah. Nothing much to...
So it kind of sounds like both also is like, put your ego down lah. Do what you...
actually...
cut your losses. You have to let go of the car or whatever. Let go of something. Just do it.
Yeah.
Right? And then for those who need to increase their income, then, just do what you need to do lah. Don't go and say that, I can't do this because I'm this and that, right?
Yes, if you need to cry after that, cry lah after that. You need to feel depressed after that. After you finish doing... I think, we both are from sales background.
Yeah.
We always say this one thing. You can cry after that, right? But you go and do your appointments first.
Yeah.
After you go home and cry. Right? Yeah. Right? You just meet first. Trust me, after you do this for 1 year, you won't be crying anymore.
Yeah. That's true.
We all went through that, right?
Yes, 100%. So, there's so many. Actually, I like to think, right? And this is my opinion. Let me know what you think about it. There's so many. In today's time, right? Unlike the 1980s, I don't know how it's like in the 1980s, so I was born in 1989, right? But the point is, compared to back then, we have so many opportunities to make money, right? Starting a channel on a part-time, right? You could have done that. You could have, maybe do affiliate marketing. You could sell something, right? You could have do platform business, network marketing, right? Insurance, right? Insurance business. You can do so many things that maybe require you very little capital to start, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And I would just say that it's probably the lacking of willingness now, right?
That's right.
We are so blessed today. We have so many ways to make money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even go up to somebody and say, bro, you got this product, can I sell for you? How much margin I get, right? You can just go and offer your services, right? Yeah. And the thing is, people don't do that because they are not doing what you are saying. Just do what you need to do, right?
That's right.
To earn the money, right? Just don't dramatize it. Just deal with it. Full responsibility, right? Yeah.
Cry later. Yeah.
You can bitch later lah. Then
you can bitch later. You can see therapists later. Whatever. Not just do first. Yeah. The problem is, you put those things in front.
Yeah.
Yes. It's there's two schools of thought, and some people say take care of it. I'll be honest. I think sometimes, yes, you may come to a point that you have certain mental struggles, right? But if you let that kick in faster than solving your problem, you're guaranteed to have it continue. But when your problem's solved already, then you deal with this. Yeah. Then sometimes you may find that it miraculously disappear. Yeah. Yes, ultimately the best is you solve it together. Yeah, but it requires you to be very self-aware lah. Yeah. So I would say that like for example, people who they failed and then they feel very depressed because they failed a business or they failed a relationship. You know what will make you happy? Get a new girlfriend lah. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I see them very happy after getting a new girlfriend. Yeah. Then, but to get the new girlfriend, you need to first go
Get
out
out again.
and get out first.
again. Yeah.
Like I say, you go out, go for 3 dates, go back home and cry, see a therapist. Do it for 1 year or half a year before you decide to end your life or whatever you want to do. Halfway through, you may find a girlfriend and you're the happiest man alive. And you say, I don't need this. Instead, right now, I'm thinking about getting married, right? Yeah. So
the problem doesn't solve itself by worrying about the problem.
that's right.
Yeah. You also, one thing you said really cool, and I hope people get this, was that you didn't say like shut off your emotions and just like whatever, right? Because dealing with emotions,
it's real. You need to feel it. Only motivates you, man.
Right. But
no
you feel
pain, how to go.
Correct. Yeah, right. Yeah. But at the right time, there's a place and time for it, right?
That's right.
You're not trying to say, oh no lah, I don't feel bad. That's rubbish. Everyone feels something,
rubbish.
right?
Yeah.
So you said deal with the problem, and then you feel what you need to feel after you deal with the problem.
That's right.
Not the other way around, right?
That's right. So I always tell my son this thing. So my son's name is called Zhixiong, which is wisdom and courage. Courage. So I always tell him this one thing, right? From now I start drumming into it. I say, do you know what's courage and being brave?
What's that?
It doesn't mean that you have no fear. It's just that you don't freeze and not move, but rather you know how to respond to it still, despite of being afraid. That is bravery.
If you're looking for a way to increase your income and looking for different businesses to do, I know what most of you are thinking. It's a lot of risk, it's a lot of capital involved. I don't know what to do. And that's why I created Team Infinity Academy, where we not only provide a way for people to get into the business world without forking a lot of capital, but we also provide the education and the vehicle. We have a way that I use to make my money, right? This is the business I run. And I want to teach people how to utilize my business to build a life of their dreams. Now, if you're interested to find out more, there is a preview. We're looking for the right business partners. And inside that business discovery session, you'll find out how this business can support you to build the life that you want to live. If you're interested to find out more, link in the description below. And sign up for one of our webinars. Will be mostly hosted by myself. See you there.